A lot of shit happened yesterday. Let's recap. But before we do, make sure you guys are following me on YouTube and IG. We don't know how long TikTok is going to last. Frumpy creates an AI-generated Gaza. This Gaza has statues of Frumpy Plaza. We told y'all. Here's everything the Democrats did today. Well, yesterday. Screenshot it and read for yourself. Kanye said he is not in the middle of Bad Baby in Alabama bar. He said he cleared the set, but it was AI-generated, I think. Kim called your ass. Influencer Summer Wheaton finally gets arrested. Last July, she hit a man. He's been charged with gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated. House Republicans' budget plans to prey on student loan borrowers to cover billionaire tax breaks. This includes teachers, police officers, and other public servants. Federal judge rules Frumpy administration has to pay millions of foreign aid to nonprofits. You can't freeze something that was already supposed to be paid. It looks like the super mayor of Dalton has lost the mayor race in a landslide. It's about time. Frumpy's new U.S. Attorney's Office will not sign an arrest warrant. Representative Corey Mills, MAGA Republican, despite the allegations of assault on a woman. That's MAGA for you. It looks like Jay-Z's defamation suit can go on. Tony Busby allegedly liked a post in 2024 that alluded to Jay-Z being the unnamed defendant. You about to go broke and lose your practice. Looks like House Republicans are backing out of town hall. Those MAGA supporters are pissed. People saying Millie Bobby Brown doesn't look like her. She does have to grow up, y'all. Jeezy sues ex-managers, claims they profited from his earnings and blocked access to his financial record. You just now finding that out? I would love to see Bruno Mars play Powerline. We need a goofy movie. Iran is on high alert, y'all, amid fears of a nuclear attack. Iran has put its defense systems around the nuclear sites on high alert amid fears of an attack by Israel and the U.S. That ain't good. After public outcry, the USDA reinstates the HBCU scholarship. Thank you. Looks like Crocs are going to be banned from Disney. Apple to open AI server factory in Texas as a part of the $500 billion investment into the U.S. They will also be hiring 20,000 workers. A 32-year-old tourist vanished after he got into a taxi in Florida 2 years ago. His body was found in Georgia. I hope his family gets peace. Rachel Meadows calls out MSNBC. She said it was a bad mistake to let Joy Reid walk out that door. And I agree. Federal government to shut down EV chargers and offload electric vehicles. Want to bring back gas cars. Let's kill the ozone again. Elania Starlink gets FAA contract. That's not a conflict of interest. Member of the Exonerated Five, Raymond Santana, is running for New York City Council. I hope you win. Karen is asking for judge to give her lenience. Blames her DUI on grief, leadership stress, and antidepressant. Girl, who the fuck are you leading? Nearly 40% of contracts canceled by Musk, Doge, are expected to produce no savings. He's just creating chaos. Yes, Tara, serve face on Essence, but rest in peace to Isley Brothers member Chris Jasper. He passed away yesterday at the age of 73. It looks like Frumpy is not happy with Ron DeSantis hitting his wife up for governor. As we know, Frumpy wants Byron Donald. This is some shit. A Tennessee high schooler is suing his district after graduating with a 3.4 GPA, yet he cannot read or write. Y'all worried about drag show and putting the Bible in the school. Make it make sense. Nashville tech executive Amy Gleason named Doge administrator. Another tech person? Yeah, that's gonna go well. Georgia woman charged with involuntary manslaughter and fatal pew-pewing, unaliving her boyfriend. Black women stand down. He didn't like us. Looks like the KKK is having an anniversary. It'll be held May the 17th at the Daniel Boone National Forest located in Appalachian foothills of eastern Kentucky. But racism doesn't exist anymore. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene puts her foot in her mouth again. She says federal government employees don't deserve their jobs or paychecks. Those jobs are paid by the American tax people who work real jobs. And 30% of those federal workers come from the armed services. Federal jobs are real jobs. Angola earns $31.4 billion from oil exports. Africa is stepping up its game. Aiden Ross plans GTA 6 server where players can earn real money through jobs but lose everything if they die. I see a lot of game consoles being broken. Elania's net worth is down $22 billion. That's okay, he's still worth $360-something billion. Britain launches crackdown on hyper-masculine social media. They need to do that shit here. Minnesotians are ready to get rid of Elania. Frumpy says he will extend an invitation to the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm so tired of back and forth. Doge quietly deletes 5 biggest spending cuts that they celebrated last week. They weren't really spending cuts. So the $8 billion in immigration and custom enforcement, well, that was actually $8 million. The $665 million in cut at the U.S. Agency for International Development, that cut was counted 3 times. They've only found about $18 million. Not enough for those $5,000 checks, is it? Doechii and JT closed D-Squared show alongside Naomi Campbell. I love to see black women, black women. It's like we're getting a new Elle Woods. I'm actually excited about that. A mystery illness that kills in hours has been discovered in the DR of Congo. The disease has unalived 50 people already within hours. Lord, let us pray. Trumpy said if you ignore Elon's email, you will be fired. Y'all really need to get over this email shit. Attorney General Pam Bodie sent letters to California, Maine, and Minnesota telling them they would face legal consequence if they refuse to keep biological males out of women's sports. Trumpy introduces a gold card worth $5 million for rich foreigners to have permanent residency in the United States. Who's gonna get that $5 million? I'm just asking for a friend. Ukraine's parliament, including the opposition, voted unanimously to affirm that Zelensky's mandate as president remains legitimate, that no elections can be held because of the war started by Putin. So much for being a dictator. U.S. Representative Joe Wilson of Republican South Carolina introduced legislation to put Trump's face on a $250 bill. We barely use cash anymore, so. And who the fuck can afford a $250 bill walking around here? The Trump administration is trying to choose identity. They demand we call the Gulf of Mexico Gulf of America. And we also need to recognize trans people for who they are. DC residents are the nation's biggest ghosters. Dang, so y'all just don't be calling folks back. If you can tell me who this little girl is, we can move on. It's President of the United States, FDR. This goes to show that gender has been a construct for a long time. Trumpy calls for companies building Keystone XL pipeline to return to America and get it built. We're gonna pollute the hell out of America. iPhone has a problem. When you use voice to text to say racist, it pops up Trump. Actually, that's not a problem. That's right on the money. 21 Doge staffers resign en masse, saying they refuse to jeopardize sensitive data. Thank y'all. Charles Wyden was arrested for sending his birthday suit to a minor. Ew. CBS has a black soap opera. I haven't watched it, but it's getting rave reviews. It's called Beyond the Gates. Tiana Taylor does it again. She's the face of Victoria's Secret, and she is eating. I know Aaron Pierre is happy. Man caught trying to smuggle $10K worth of white horse onto a flight through a wig. That wasn't a bad idea. Denton County School District in Texas goes to a 4-day school week. Y'all really are not prioritizing education. You see all these states? This is where all federal workers work. And they're all states Trump won. Almost 1 million. That's what y'all get when y'all vote for racism. Couple forces sit next to a corpse on Qatar Airways. Ain't no way in hell. Aluminum producer Alcoa said on Tuesday that Trumpy's plan to impose tariffs on aluminum imports could cost about 100,000 U.S. jobs. But he's for the American people, right? America first, right? Representative Jasmine Cross tells Elania to F off. Remember, we have a nationwide blackout on February the 28th. Ain't buying shit. Republicans kill amendment to block tax cuts for people making over $100 million a year. But they had no problem voting yet for the $880 billion cuts to Medicaid and Medicare for everyday people in America. Remember this shit. It goes to the Senate next. And Democrats have already said they are not voting for it. I remember that little game when y'all used to throw balls at the carnival through the hole. Well, here's a history lesson for you. It's really called the African Dodger, also known as hit a coon or hit a Nigger baby. It was a violent racist carnival game, popular in the 19th and 20th century. I love to call black folks and other racist savages. That title will always go to the ones that can't stand in the sun for longer than an hour without getting burned. Here's everything I did not get to because I'm trying, y'all. I really am. Last but not least, these are recaps. This is for me to spark something in your mind to go do some more looking and do some more digging. I'm here to give you the full story, just the breakdown. See you guys in a minute. Bye, peoples.